Okay, so this is just a very quick story of how I nearly destroyed my camera as well as my lens, but there is something that saved me, and what saved me is this right here, the camera cage, and then on the lens it's the lens hood. So we were shooting a wedding, right, and I was busy explaining to the bride and groom, actually the entire wedding party, you know, what kind of poses they need to do, and I was holding my camera like this. So I was explaining and I was only holding in this hand and I was making fairly wild gestures like that, and the side handle actually came undone and my camera, you know, went flying. Once it made impact on very hard ground. It wasn't grass or it was actually a red brick, which is, you know, super solid. And the bride and groom, or the bridal party, they were like super shocked and looking at me, but I was still, you know, trying to be professional, trying to keep composed, but obviously on the inside I was like, yeah. And then eventually when I went to go and pick the camera up, I powered it on, there was no damage whatsoever, and I checked the cage, and then I actually saw that the camera cage right here took all of the impact, and then on the lens, it's the lens hood that took all of the impact. That's the damage to the lens hood right over there. We're going to talk numbers very quickly because I think that is very important. So the cage itself cost me 1,500 Rand, right? And the lens hood that came with a lens, but if I were to replace it, that would be about 500 Rand. So let's say 2,000 Rand. Whereas had the cage or the lens hood not been on my lens at that point, my camera and lens would have been completely destroyed. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And in order for me to actually replace the camera body, that would have been 52,000 Rand at the time, and the lens was 20,000 Rand at the time. So 72,000 Rand versus, you know, a 2,000 Rand. So I don't think I can pass it off as negligence as to how, you know, the camera came undone. The handle literally failed, so I don't use this handle at all anymore, purely because of that reason. But the smallrig cage itself did a phenomenal job. Again, there's a couple of knocks here and there where you can actually see where it took the impact, because again it was tumbling, so it was tumbelina. And the lens, there is absolutely zero damage to the actual lens element, so that's perfect. No damage to the lens body, no damage to the lens mount. I think in my case I was very lucky, but at the same time I was also very well prepared by having these items that actually protect your camera gear. So yeah, I just thought I'd make a quick video on that, explaining my situation, but this is definitely something that you need to look into and definitely something that you should invest in.